Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahusha, Bahashem Chakdas. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who were willing to tell the truth, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad throughout the full corner of the earth. Today, this brother Ayawab come back to you today with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shabbat Chakdas. Going into this news article, man, because these are the times that we are coming in, man. And I seen Pastor R. He re-uploaded a lesson that he did a while back. I believe it was a couple of years back when Wisconsin was implementing the chip in their business in Wisconsin was implementing chips into their employees. I think it was like 80-something. So this was a couple years back. He was saying that we got to be occupied in prophecy, man. We got to be doing these lessons on what's going on, man. And that's what I'm here. And, you may be seeing forced vaccination, question mark. A lot of stuff about the vaccine right now because that's what's happening right now, man. That's what is happening in today's society. And that's, it sounds repetitive, but they being repetitive about it. They constantly telling you, hey, you need to do this with the vaccine. You need to get the vaccine. You need to be protected from the crown royale. And then that's when the prophets come in and we telling you day in, day out. We coming in, day out, telling you not to take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Why? Because it's bad for you. It don't have good effects for you. It's all leading to the MOB, the mark of the beast. It's they're conditioning you for the chip, man. So they gonna be repetitive to get into y'all's head. Then that's when the prophets come, and then that's when we tell you, hey, don't take the vaccine, don't take the chip, because they just ultimately they are conditioning you to take the vaccine and take the chip, man. This is Slaki. This is 2 Timothy 4 verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So that's what we here to preach the word, man. Preach the word. What's that other scripture? So that's what whether it's hot, cold, whether we don't want to do it, whether we want to do it, whether something's going on in the world or nothing's going on, we're supposed to preach this word, man. Put something out there to the people so they can listen and know what's happening. Something is always going on in the world. In this age, especially in this age we in today, something always going on. So brother, speaking to myself first and foremost, there should also always be something that you can go into. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. So reprove, rebuke with all long suffering doctrine. So you may have new brothers out there who like, should I take the vaccine? I'm hearing people in the news saying the vaccine, I should take it. I'm hearing people from other camps saying it's okay to take the vaccine. What should I do? And that's when they come across your video and what you going to say. They come across a vaccine video and you saying, don't take it. So that's what we're here for, to reprove you, to rebuke you. If you think you're supposed to take it, then that's when we say, hey, no, you're not supposed to take the vaccine. It's all leading up to the mark, the chip. So that's what we're here to do, man. And also, is Ecclesiastes or Sirach 39 verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. So we occupied in prophecies, man. This is prophecy being fulfilled. Plagues, pestilences, man. Scripture talks about in 2nd Ezra 16 and 16 that that these plagues shall come upon the world and that they shall not be removed. Let me just get that real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 16. It's like, yeah. Second Ezra 16, verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So these are plagues that are being sent upon the whole world, man. Babylon, Asia, Russia, Europe, everywhere, man. Who can drive them away? A vaccine is not going to drive the plagues away, man. They just came out with a new variant, or they came out with a new variant a couple months ago. I think back in December. But you see people in Babylon, in America, starting to be infected by it, man. And it's supposed to be stronger, and it's affecting younger people as well, sending younger people, younger adults, younger people to the infirmaries, man, and to the ICUs. Let's see, jump down to verse 14, 2nd Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So these plagues aren't going to return, man. They on the earth. They here to stay. And also in, they got the Matthew 24. I believe it's around the 11th verse. 7. So 2nd Ezra, or Salaki, Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against kingdom, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And that word pestilence, it says plagues, disease, infection, sickness, epidemic, pandemic. And this is prophecy, man, being fulfilled. So we got to be occupied in prophecy, man. So going back to this article, it says Biden's mark of the beast, MOB. Soon they ain't even going to allow us to say mark of the beast, man. On YouTube, they're gonna shut that down. But it says Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene fiercely denounces vaccine passport initiative, and as you've seen it in the videos prior, that they want you to in the videos that I showed at the beginning of this lesson, that they want you to, that they're coming into a stage where they want you to take the vaccine and have a certificate, I believe, or something to that effect, a certificate, of passport to show, hey, I got the vaccine. Showing the vaccine, then you can get to the game, you can get to the venue, you can get into, the club, bars, movie theater, entertainment place, concerts, so on and so forth, man. And if you watch the video, my latest the video before this one, about the MSNBC's Joe, whatever his last name is, he was saying, he's calling people who don't approve of the vaccine passports to be idiots and stupid and should go back to their cave and live under their cave. And then you got this congresswoman saying, hey, I'm denouncing it. And let's see that word denounce. Let's see what that word denounce means. Definition of denounce. It says publicly declare to be wrong or evil, condemn, criticize, reject. So you got on one side of the spectrum saying, hey, it's evil, it's wrong, it's not good for you. And then you got on the other side of the spectrum, on the other end of the stick, you got people saying, Hey, it's good for you. I want it. Let's do it right now. And that's Satan divided against Satan, man. Let me just get that, and then see what I can get out of this article. You can get it. I got the little RT app. You can get it for yourself. Man, this kingdom is coming down, man. Prophecies are being fulfilled through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemeshah, man. This is Matthew 12 and verse 26. Let's start at 25. Matthew 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Is not America divided against America? Is not the Republicans divided against the Democrats against the Republicans, the people who support Democrats divided against the people who support Republicans? And then you got back in when the election was going on, you had people who said if you're friends with a Republican, you got these little teenagers posting on social media like, if you're friends with a Republican, I can't be friends with you. Why are you friends with a Republican? Why are you supporting Donald Trump? You got the people saying, well, why are you supporting Joe Biden? Blah, blah, blah. Satan divided against Satan, kingdom against kingdom, man. This kingdom, this age, this wicked and perverse and backwards society is divided against each other, man. From top to low, from low to top. They divided against each other, man. And the scripture saying what? Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So this kingdom is going to be brought to desolation, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to be divided against each other. We all going to be on one accord. We're going to be righteous. The kingdom of heaven going to be ruled in righteousness, man. We all going to be on one accord, so we ain't going to be brought to desolation because the kingdom of heaven is going to be on one accord. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So you see, it's what's happening right now, man. You got these Satan casting out Satan, man. He is divided against himself. They casting out each other, man. They trying to get rid of Donald Trump and so on and so forth, man. This kingdom is done for. This kingdom is done for, man. This was March 31st, which was yesterday, I believe. It's April 1st. Most of this stuff, you got the video. You already seen it. And, see right here, here's what I was talking about. It says, support vaccine passports or go back to your caves, idiots. MSNBC's Joe Scarborough tells Republicans and civil liberties fans. He was saying, yeah, I want to go to me and my son want to go to a little league baseball game or to Madison Square Garden. And then you got him saying that, and I don't want people who ain't vaccinated to be there. Then you got her saying, yeah, they want you to, if you want to go to a ball game, you got to be vaccinated. You got to have a vaccine passport. And, man, it's all bullshit, man. They don't know. They just going against each other, man. They going at it against each other for no reason. They should, Esau, man. So it says, while President Joe Biden reportedly has no plans for his administration to impose a vaccine passport system directly, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said on Monday that the private sector may require such credentials. She said determination or development of a vaccine passport would be driven by the private sector, while the administration will focus on the guidelines that can be used as a basis for the requirements. So, Joe Biden ain't really saying anything about it because it's going down behind the scenes, man, which most shit does go down behind the scenes. It says Green, however, argued that the Biden administration is essentially using private companies as proxies to impose mandatory vaccine passports. Said it's still the same thing. She said it's still fascism or communism or whatever you want to call it, but it's coming from private companies. So I have a term for that. I call it corporate communism. That's about it. So it's Satan divided against Satan, man. I get one more scripture. This is Revelation. Let's get this real quick. I brought it out in the last lesson, but you can never bring out a scripture too many times. This is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. So you see, man, that this is the MOB, man. Mark of the beast. It's a chip. It is the RFID chip. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip, which is going to be implanted. Whether you want to get it in your left hand, your right hand, it's still the chip. You still gonna have to use it, or if you get in your left butt cheek, you're gonna have to pull your fucking pants down and scan your left butt cheek across the scanner with your chip, man. So that's what it's the say it's not the that people say, well, it might be in the vaccine. Well, it may or may not be in the vaccine, but it's still leading up to the mark of the beast, man. They conditioning you and getting you ready for the mark of the beast. They're getting you ready for the chip, man. What's that? Let's just get the definition of conditioning. Well, what's conditioning? I condition my hair sometimes. It says the process of training or accustoming a person or animal to behave in a certain way to accept certain circumstances. So they are bringing you. It's going to be, Lord willing, through some probably by some side, that these revenues and everywhere is going to say, hey, if you want to come in here, you gotta have your vaccine passport. You may have certain spots who like, yeah, I don't care about the vaccine passport. You can just come in and do what you gotta do and leave. But you're gonna have people who are strictly forced the vaccine passport, man. Say, hey, if you ain't got your vaccine passport, you can't come in. Just like I went to the store a couple months ago. It might have been last year, like the end of last year. And the lady, before I even walked into the gas station, the lady the lady that worked there looked out of the store and was shaking her head no at me. I didn't have my mask. I forgot my mask. So I was trying to put my hoodie over my nose, and she was shaking her head no at me, saying, you can't come in here without a mask. And I said, are you serious? And she said, yes, you got to have a mask. So I just left. I went to the other place, and they let me go in to another place. So I was hot, but cause man, it's a mask, man. But that's what's happening, man. You're gonna have some place who like, hey, we enforce it, but you really don't have to. And then you have other places who are actually dead serious about maxing passports and having them. Lord willing, it goes down like that. And then that's, like it says, a process of training or accustoming a person or animal to behave in a certain way or to accept certain circumstances. So they doing this so you accept the mark of the beast. So you accept certain. Well, we was already having to have the passports to go this and that. So now it ain't gonna be no different to put a chip, especially when the dollar crashes and everything. Then what you gonna do? Cause man, it's just a whole lot, man. It is a whole lot. It is a whole lot through the spirit. Probably about Shimon. This is the stuff that you meditate on, that you think upon while you upon your beds and so on and so forth. But, I ain't going to keep rambling on. Because the devil is coming quickly. The devil is coming quickly, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Because that's what everything is through, man. In Revelation 12 and verse 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because they know that he hath but a short time. So they have a short time, man. They have a short time, and they coming down with great wrath. They coming down hard, man. So just be prepared, keep pushing forward, and keep your heads above the water. Continue to be circumspect, and to seek the Lord diligently. Make sure you give diligence to make your calling and election sure. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. Before I end the offer, like give all praise, honor, and glory to his due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yasha, by Hashem Kakadas. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us truth. And shalom to the hopeful ex scattered abroad throughout the full corner of the earth. And I like to say, Barak Thee, by Hashem Shah, by Hashem Kakadas, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Until next time, shalom, Kwam Yashala, and a Baba Ba. Shalom.